Hi, welcome to week 2. I felt like we had a pretty good week last week. Most of you knew what you were doing. So you need to clarify a few things and then get some of you moving forward. So we're going to start on the website again, explorewchs.weebly.com. For those of you that still don't know what it is, that's it. On the calendar, this Friday, the 15th, you have proposal, competency, contract, mentor agreement due. These are the three things: the project proposal form, the competency contract, and the mentor agreement. I don't know how your advisor is asking for those. I'm assuming everybody wants them shared with them. If they want it attached to Google Classroom, they want printed out copies, whatever it is that they want, you need to get those to them by this Friday. Make sure you have all three of them. Then the next thing on the calendar, then the next Wednesday. So many of you are doing really great and are pretty much done. I've seen quite a few kids that are pretty much done with their competency contracts. I want you guys to move ahead and do your project timelines that are due the 20th. And then you can get started. So it should only take you a day or two to do that timeline. So some of you can start working on your project by Wednesday if you're ready to. So let's just talk about a couple things about this competency contract. So let's go back to the student page. Hopefully you know how to find one. Um, your proof. A lot of you on your proofs, I've seen things that are not measurable. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. So I've seen things that show a list of my research. How is that measurable? How do I know as your advisor when there's enough things on that list if you don't have a number on that? So your list, and then as I want you guys to say of at least 5 to 6 different sources that I'm going to get information from. And then next to each one of those sources, I'm going to list at least a paragraph of what I learned from that source. I would consider that a measurable thing. So I'm looking for 5 to 6 paragraphs of stuff as an advisor, showing me what you actually researched. I don't know what those numbers are, but they need to have some kind of measurable number in them. Okay. So just showing a list, yes, that is a physical proof, but there's no kind of measurement on it. So make sure you do that. Some of you have said it, brought ones down to me for visual arts and said, I'll have sketches. How many sketches? What can we agree to that is appropriate? For a logo, I want you to have 15 different little thumbnails. They're only this big. 15 is what I do in class. We're going to agree on that. And then you're going to choose one and work on it. I need a number on there. So make sure somehow you have something that we can measure in that proof. Okay. Those of you that are quarantined, I will, for now, your content area signature can be a digital signature. So as long as they type in their name and they like put a date underneath it and say, I approve of this, that's fine. When you come back, then I want you to go back and get those actually signed. But it should be easy because you've already should have talked about them and they're agreeing on things. The other thing I want to remind everybody is do not wait until Friday to get these done. It's already been busy with people coming and waiting to get things accomplished and finished. So do not wait till Friday. You may want to consider emailing it to your teacher. Let's say you have it ready tomorrow. Email it to him. Say, I'm planning on coming down on Tuesday to have you sign this. Go ahead and look at it tonight. I think most of your teachers would be willing and pleased to do that, have a little time to look at it and not have it be such, I have to do this right now kind of a thing. Email it to them and let them look at it and then go down and have it signed the next day. So think ahead. Your lack of planning does not make an emergency on the advisor's part. So think ahead. Do not show up on Friday and want to get all your competency signed just like that. So make sure you're doing that. Okay, for those of you that are pretty much done with your competencies, and I can think of quite a few kids that are doing really well with this. So good job to you guys. On your roadmap page, the students page, right here you'll see a thing that talks about project timeline. So I showed you on the calendar that this is due the 20th. This is new this year, this semester. I want you to have some kind of timeline that shows weekly dates. So before we just had benchmark dates you had to turn in. Well, I want you to turn in, those benchmarks will be there as well, but a weekly goal that you have. So it could be as simple as creating a Google Doc and just listing each week and write what your goal is for that and relate them to your competencies. It will help you get those done. Relate them to your whole project. Figure it out week by week what you could get finished. So literally on your Google Doc, you could have something just like this, week by week by week, and put what you're going to meet this week. Or you could actually use in a calendar page. So you could just go right here, it takes you to the calendar. You could download these things and print those off and just write on each week what you're going to get done. That would be a really easy way to do it. Another way you could do it is just use a blank calendar, which is right over here. You can download one of those and just do a blank calendar. If you want to go into more in depth, and it would help a lot of you, it would help you manage your project by using the 3 T's, which is you would assign time needed, tasks needed to be done, and the tools you need to accomplish them. You could use some of these different things. So Trello has an online project board. You can click right here and follow that. Kanban board has a PBL one. It's especially good if you're working with multiple people. Junior high, you really might want to consider this if you're doing a group project. Or just use Google Sheets and create a spreadsheet and just have 3 columns, one for time, task, and tools, and use that. But whatever you make, it's however you want to do it. Again, it can be as simple as a list, needs to be turned into your advisor by January 20th. And they're going to use that to help you do your weekly progress grades. So don't freak out. If you get off, you mess one up, something doesn't work right, you can go and change these at any point. So you're probably going to want this to just be a shared document that you and your advisor share. And if you make a change, it's automatically updated on theirs so they can see that you had to change a goal or whatever. But that's fine. You can do that. This is just part of managing a project. When you do this, if you go work for somebody and you're doing a project in real life, you need monthly goals and you need to show your boss that you're actually meeting them because they want to pay you for actually doing something. So you'll have to do these kind of things all the time. So it's really good for you to be able to look at a project and figure out how to break it down into steps. Okay, so you need to do this by the 20th. Those of you that are already done. Those of you that are not done, focus on your getting your competency contract, your mentor agreement, your project proposal done by Friday, and then you can go on and work on this project timeline. Again, if you have questions, let me know. Come see me after school, before school, over lunch. I would really appreciate it if you'd use those times instead of PBL times. It gets a little crazy in my room. So if you would do that, I would really appreciate it. Good luck, and I hope all is going well.